Hello.
Hi, Sandra. How are you?
Good, thank you. You?
Good. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Let's just see. Hi, Freya. Can you hear me? I think you're on mute. Hi, Bernie.
Hi, Steve. You all right?
Not too bad, thank you.
Good, good.
Sandra's in her garden.
I will. I've just had my Mauritius trip cancelled again for the third time. Depressing.
Oh.
Hi,
Hi
Freya.
everyone, are you okay?
Hi. Good, thank you.
Hi.
Good, very good, thank you. In a wet and very windy Pulteney Fylde today.
Yeah, I think it's going to get worse as well, apparently.
It's not great, guys.
We've got a hurricane coming in, I believe.
Oh, lovely. Just what we need on top of everything else.
Yeah, they're predicting, like Northwest, they're predicting like floods and high winds and damage to buildings. And
Well, we're a bit inland here, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be okay.
Where are you then, did you say? Bolton?
Pulteney Fylde, so about 10 minutes from Blackpool.
Yeah, I know where that is. But like you say, inland, so.
Yes, yeah.
Is Simon joining us?
So my apologies, Simon he's been dragged into a very senior meeting this afternoon. So I do apologise, it's just me today, guys.
Okay, that's all right.
So sorry about that.
Well, we'll just hang on another 2 or 3 minutes for other people to join.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we'll crack on. I have had some questions come in from our agents, so we'll go through those.
Okay.
There's some quite interesting ones. I'm sure you'll be able to handle them though. So I'll ask you one then. Have you been on holiday this year, Freya?
Do you know what, Steve? I haven't, because this year I bought my new property in the middle of a pandemic. So I've been, toing and throwing. So basically I sold my house. That was going to fall through at the beginning of the pandemic. So I had to move to an empty property, which was a family property, and then move again. Into the property that I bought when it was finally ready. So yeah, I've been very busy doing this house up and enjoying it. But yeah, I'm excited to get away. I do have a couple of holidays in between Christmas and New Year. So I've been looking frantically at the Canaries to see if I can get away with my little girl and my partner. So keeping everything crossed, we do manage to get away.
Unlike
Have you been
Sandra,
away
who's
yourself?
just had hers cancelled 3 times. So.
Oh, that's is it your own personal holiday then, or fam trip?
Yeah.
Oh, where to? Was it
Mauritius?
She's there now. Can you not see?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, no, I've been. Have you been before to Mauritius?
I have, yeah.
Oh, it's stunning, absolutely beautiful. I went in 2014. I went, so yeah, it was amazing. One of my favourite destinations.
Sandra's our fam trip, educational trip queen.
I've had my Cyprus fam cancelled until next year. So
when was that due?
It was due on the 5th of October, and they've moved it to March next year.
Okay, right.
We need to get some of you guys on a fam trip on one of ours when we finally get going again.
Yeah,
that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I think Paul's just been in Morocco or
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh, yeah. Are you there, Paul? He's on mute.
Yeah, I'm here.
Have you just come back, Paul?
I got back last Wednesday.
Right. A good trip?
It was a fantastic trip.
Just good to get away, I guess.
Much better than Wolverhampton.
Better than anywhere in the UK at the moment, I think. Or you could be in tier 3 lockdown like me and Debs and Bernie, I suppose.
Well, we're in tier 3 up here.
Yeah, you're the same.
Yeah, we're the same. Yeah, nightmare.
So we'll try not to pass any viruses on via this conference call.
Do you know what? Can I just say, guys, it's lovely to see some faces, because I must admit, back in March, we thought we'd only be working from home for 2 weeks, would you believe? 29th of October, and I'm still sat here, so it's lovely to have some nice faces on and interact with you all.
Okay, well, it's 2 minutes past 2, so we'll make a start. I'll start with the questions that have come in from our agents. And the first one is that obviously it's been quite well documented that Jet2 have been one of the best tour operators really in handling the whole refund and booking process. Is that a strategy that you think will A, pay dividends in the future, and two, was it a strategy you came up to kind of protect Jet2's reputation?
Yeah, absolutely. For us guys, it's really nice that you guys have obviously seen that as well, and that you're happy with what we have been doing. We're 100% happy with the processes that we put in place, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, which was introducing that refund credit note. Also the amendment form that we put in place, which was easy for everybody to access, and also the form where you could actually request the full refund. I think from our point of view as well, and being able to assist the customers, it's really shown, and that the public always do remember. And not only that, it's definitely been well documented, especially with the likes of Love Him or Hate Him, Martin Lewis. He obviously, said that, we are one of the best tour operators handling with the refund and the processes throughout this pandemic. Not only that, we were which recommended throughout the pandemic as the best holiday provider status. Again, that is an award that we've won that is voted by the consumer. We've got the FIFO 5-star Trusted Service Award also throughout the pandemic. And not only that, the Trustpilot, which has given us 4.5 rating, which is fantastic. Okay. Just to give you guys a little bit of an insight as well, we have in-house been doing some research on customers returning back into the UK. So for example, August and September, we have been communicating with these customers returning to get to them and to get a bit of feedback from them as well about the experience out in resort, the experience booking, the experience returning back to the UK as well. And August and September, the customer satisfaction actually increased year on year. And 91% of these customers rated that the experience was better or to be as expected from a Jet2 holidays perspective. And 9 out of 10 returning customers voiced that they would book with Jet2 holidays again, which is fantastic and something that we've really prided ourselves on over this and throughout this pandemic, and continue to do so.
Yeah, I think from our point of view, obviously we work with a lot of different tour operators and suppliers, as an independent agency, and I know all the guys out there use different suppliers and have their own favourites, so they've got their own experiences. But I think because myself and Debs, who's on the call as well, see all the bookings come in and all the issues we have with refunds, I think the process from Jet2 has been quite kind of proactive, if you like, which is nice to see, because we've been forever chasing suppliers, and there's no proactivity at all. So yeah, that's good. So,
and I think as well sorry Steve, just to jump in there, I think that from there as well, I'd like to just obviously make a point that as a trade team, we have been here throughout the whole of the pandemic as well. We are a strong, close-knit trade team, and we have been at the end of the phone and via emails. I mean, back in March, I was, told to go home, set up from home, and we manually were doing all the processes behind the scenes. So as a team, we've had to learn to adapt also, learn new processes ourselves, and come away from being salespeople. So I think now we're coming to the end of that pandemic. It is about returning back to the sales environment, having more contact with the likes of yourselves and our independent travel agents, and continue to develop and give that support to you all.
Good, thanks for that. Okay, moving on to kind of bookings for 2021. There's been some, again, in the press and in the travel trade press, there's been some conversations about availability will be a lot lower in 2021, and that will in turn drive prices up. Is that something that you would have a view on at this stage?
Yeah, I mean, this again goes back to the beginning of the pandemic for us guys. You know, we launched our Summer 21 program earlier than we ever have done before. I think it was like February, March time this year that we launched for Summer 21. Obviously, you know, we launched earlier than ever. It was a great help, especially at the beginning of the pandemic. Customers can move the holiday by using that refund credit note that we did introduce, and this supported our trade partners with them retaining their commission, especially on those cancelled bookings. You know, we gave an incentive to move the bookings, which was that rebook discount code over the different seasons, and keep that booking with the likes of yourselves and also Jet2 holidays. Naturally, supply and demand, as we know, did you know, drive price increase for the Summer 21 market. However, we listened to our trade partners, so we introduced the additional discounts and then also put on that 1 million free child places to help support and keep you guys focused on the Summer 21 market. For Summer 21, we are focusing on our core destinations and routes and hotels, but I think my message to you guys is definitely to carry on continually promoting Summer 21 and just create that little bit of urgency, especially with the discount codes that we do have to offer. The family market is incredibly strong for Summer 21, and we're seeing that is where the business is at the moment. So it's definitely one that you should be promoting, and we will help you, support you as much as possible with these discount codes that we do offer you.
Okay, thanks for that. I mean, this next question may be one that impacts, I don't know, agencies more than tour operators. Yeah. I don't know, but again, there's been some criticism around the way ABTA have handled the whole situation, and that whether the ATOL scheme, whether ATOL has enough power to put pressure on airlines to refund in a timely manner. And it's whether the likes of Jet2 think that those schemes are still fit for purpose, or whether they need some sort of overhaul, and whether you have a view on that, really.
Yeah, I think from our perspective at Jet2 Holidays, as a tour operator, we can only control the controllable from our point of view. I mean, we've done everything we can to adapt to the pandemic and to help our independent agents out like yourselves. I think one thing that I'd like to touch on here is that ABTA have helped to identify the online travel agencies who are not providing the exceptional customer service to their customers and no longer covered by ABTA. So for me and for Jet2 Holidays and for yourselves, this is a huge opportunity for the independent travel agents to focus on promoting and why customers should be booking through the trade avenues. As for ATOL, it's been great. It definitely supported that refund credit note option as well, and it's protected customers' money. So from our point of view, I do believe that, you know, they've done the best of their ability through a pandemic that nobody thought we'd see ourselves in.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. How was, looking back to pre-pandemic, if we can remember that long ago, was there any kind of new emerging markets that Jet2 were looking at or considering new destinations?
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, after the collapse of Thomas Cook, we were asked if we were going to expand our programme to long haul and look at other destinations. However, we have a key market for European. The furthest flight that we do is New York due to our aircraft and how long it can travel and how it can carry. So further field markets is not something that we are looking at. However, we do look at increasing our capacity and our destinations in Europe. Moving on to how we sat pre-pandemic, it was going to be one of our strongest years to date. So it was really strong. But again, we've got no plans to launch new destinations. I know that you guys are aware we did launch a number of new destinations for Summer 20. But subsequently, we've had to transfer these to Summer 21 due to the current situation that we're in. We always do look at exciting destinations and new options. And again, if, you know, we come out of this next year, business booms, then who knows? But rest be assured, you'll be the first to know. Okay.
Well, there was actually a specific question around Sardinia, Sicily and Corsica.
Oh, okay.
Whether that was in Jet2's kind of plans at any stage?
So, are these destinations that you guys are wanting to see on board?
Well, I mean, obviously, as I say, the agents all out there are doing their own thing, and they all have their own favourites and destinations that they may specialise as well in.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
So I think, again, yeah, just to touch on that, we as a company, we are concentrating on our core destinations where the mass market is in volume. Whilst these are nice to have, we cannot predict that the volume will be there. So we do need to focus on those core products at this moment in time. But again, like I said, who knows, moving forward into the new year, if we see business booming and things like that, that's when we will start looking at different opportunities and different destinations, and obviously homing in on where people are wanting to go.
Sure. Okay. Guys, if you do have any questions, I know a couple of you put them in the chat, but do put them in. I may well cover them in the ones I've already had, but yeah, if you've got anything specific, do put it in. We'll try and cover them off. Just kind of sticking with kind of destinations, more on departures. A few of the guys based down south are asking that question that you probably always get asked about southern departure airports, and you know, whether, I mean, again, 2020 is probably not been the best for looking at things like that, but
no, I mean, again, we get asked this. We've been asked this pre-pandemic. There is no future plans to depart from other UK bases. You know, we have a strong presence in all the areas that we currently fly from, with fantastic capacity to Europe throughout our city and beach destinations. So I know it has been asked pre-pandemic, and there is nothing in the pipeline for other UK bases.
Okay. Okay. You mentioned kind of long haul as well. Is that something that just kind of, you're sticking with your core product, you're sticking short haul?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's the aircraft that we actually currently own as well. Only flies to, it's, you know, it's the aircraft as well that we own. The longest that we can fly to is the New York, hence why we put those one-off New York departures throughout the winter for those Christmas shopping market trips. But as it stands at the moment, nothing in the pipeline for the long haul. We are one of the number one supplier to Europe. We're good at what we do in Europe, so that's where we're sticking to.
Sure. Okay. And you briefly mentioned about the Canaries coming back on. Have you seen a big uplift as soon as that was announced?
Oh, last Thursday was music to my ears. It was such a good buzz in the air. It was fab. As a team, we worked like extensively throughout the evening to get in contact with all our independent agents and let you all know. So yeah, it was the news that I think we've all been waiting for throughout trade. It's been really, really positive, and customers are wanting to book. I think one thing that I'd like to touch on here is that we are seeing a huge volume through direct. And I don't know whether that is because trade is slightly a bit sensitive to booking for the winter market, but we do really need you guys promoting that because customers are wanting to book it. Just to give you a little bit of inside information, winter 2021 market sits currently at 33% for trade mix, and we have seen stronger trade mix on other seasons, so there is business to be had there. It's definitely a positive message, and also just to let you know, December is a really strong month throughout the winter 2021 market, especially over that Christmas and New Year period. As I just mentioned to you before, Steve, I've been looking for myself because I do have a week booked off over the Christmas and New Year period, and the pricing is absolutely phenomenal. Okay.
And on the back of that, a slight negative was all this stories now about testing, needing a negative test.
Yes.
Again, is that, have you seen kind of an initial influx and then a bit of a, oh, hang on a minute, sort of?
No, we haven't. I think one thing to remember is that we have got other countries on sales, such as Cyprus, where they do have these similar requirements in place that there's talk of the Canaries introducing. You know, here at Jet2 Holidays, we continue to monitor the FCDO advice, and obviously we update our website as soon as we do have that information to hand for you all. As it does stand at the moment, it is still only that temperature check on arrival into the Canaries. For any of you that did join our virtual knowledge session this morning, Joe from Spring Hotels was on there. and she was talking particularly about Tenerife, and the reasoning behind them wanting to bring this in and it being in the government's hands tomorrow is they have worked extensively hard in the Canary Islands to get that virus numbers down, and I think for it to continue to stay on sale, the Canary Islands, throughout the winter months, we need to abide by those rules if they do come in, because it will help to keep the destination down for the COVID-19 levels down, which will allow us to sell it as a destination and keep those customers getting into those winter destinations. So I think, you know, we need to kind of reprogram ourselves, get our sales heads back on. People are wanting to travel to the Canaries throughout these winter months, and kind of turning that maybe a little bit of a negative feel back into a positive, and just saying that it will keep the Canaries open throughout those months.
Yeah, and do you foresee an availability issue there because of that, and because of a lot of countries still being locked down?
Yeah, no, I mean, we continue to monitor the availability side of things as well. Like, you know, we do have our fantastic relationships with our hoteliers as well out in the Canaries. So that's all really positive for us. But no, I don't see an issue. But again, you know, we will keep you up to date with that from our end as well. Okay.
And what would be currently the most popular kind of routing on that? Is it Manchester Tenerife or?
Yeah, definitely Manchester Tenerife. I have got some stats actually for you, because we had a meeting this morning, so I'd just like to share this with you.
Okay.
Just to give you a bit of an update on what our top selling destinations are for the winter 2021 market. So number 1, we currently have Tenerife. Number 2 is Lanzarote. Number 3 is Fuerteventura. And number 4 is Gran Canaria. And then we've got Rhodes that sits at number 5, because as you are probably all aware, we did extend the Rhodes programme through to mid-November. So that kind of sits in that winter 2021 market currently, with it being extended. So they are our top sellers. But yeah, Manchester Tenerife is definitely, a top one.
Okay.
A top one.
Okay, thanks for that. Just looking a bit more kind of general, what do you think are Jet2's biggest challenges going into 2021?
Biggest challenges?
I've surprised you with that one, actually.
Yeah, you have surprised me with that one. I think with 2021, it's about keeping the confidence up with travelling, especially through the trade. Obviously, batting back any destinations that are put on stop sale. That is, we hope that doesn't happen. We hope now that we've got the Canaries back on board that we continually carry on in a positive manner, and not this 1 step forward 10 step backs. But yeah, no, I think it's for us guys, it's been proactive. It's promoting our product across all your social media platforms and getting those customers away, bums on seats, and to the destinations that we can currently fly to.
Okay, and obviously the launch of, am I allowed to swear and say EasyJet Holidays in front of you guys?
Yeah, of course you can. Who are they?
Yeah. Is that something that's kind of impacted your business, or is it a case of, the competition keeps you guys on your toes? And
yeah, I mean, me personally, I love a little bit of competition up here in the Northwest. Liverpool was a bit of competition for me with the EasyJet market. However, we've got a really strong presence. We have our Partnership to Success program, where we really build on delivering to our independent travel agents. So do I see it as a threat? No, I don't. And I think the routes that we have got, we're strong with those routes and destinations that we sell. Our key selling points as well, we're really strong on. We have that full customer experience. So for me and Jet2 Holidays point of view, no, we're not worried.
I knew you'd say that. Okay, from my point of view, that's pretty much gone through the questions, but I don't know if there's anything you want to tell us, anything new coming out, anything for the trade that we expect to see.
No, I think from my point of view, I know I speak a lot with Debs. Hi, Debs. I think it is about building this relationship more through the frontline selling staff as well, which me and Debs have spoke about on a few ideas to engage more with the frontline selling staff and supporting you guys further, and especially going into summer 21. Pre-pandemic, we had 7 new roles that were going to be brought into place at Jet2 Holidays throughout the trade team, and one of those was a home worker and call centre manager role. I am a senior sales executive here at Jet2 Holidays. However, I have taken it on as a project for me to look after the home working side of the business and help develop that part of the business as well. And not only that, to be there for a support network for you guys, also to get a bit more of interaction with you all, fly ideas off each other, what works for you, and basically just to give you that support moving forward. So yeah,
Okay.
we've got lots of things going on, lots of new training opportunities, lots of, you know, things preparing to peak and things like that. So a lot more activity going on with yourselves.
Okay, brilliant. Has anybody out? Hey, let's just put something in. Do you want me to unmute you? Hang on. There you go.
Yep. Just a quick question for you. Just saying that Jet2 have been great, obviously, over the pandemic and really helped us out and helped us save so many bookings to 2021, which is fab. We are seeing more customers looking further forward, so looking to book into 2022.
Okay.
What's your summer 22 launch planned?
Yeah, so we haven't been told anything as of yet regarding summer 2022. Obviously we did launch earlier than ever this year at the beginning of the year, which was like February, March time, where usually it's like a month later. I know there is talks of launching earlier again, so we are hoping it to be more, you know, the beginning of 2022. But again, as soon as I have any information, I will let you know, because I'm not sure at the moment.
Excellent. No, thanks for that.
All right, no problem. Don't forget, we have got that winter 21-22 market on board as well. So you have got the 3 seasons, the end of summer 4 seasons, and end of summer 20, your winter 2021 market, summer 21, and your winter 21-22 currently on sale.
Brilliant.
Okay, Sandra?
Freya, I had my own holiday with Jet2 this year in Turkey, and it was fantastic.
Amazing.
Really fantastic. I said I'd never go back to Turkey after 29 years ago of my first experience, but it was brilliant. And all the COVID measures in place in the hotel, I was really impressed, really impressed.
That's good to hear.
So,
I have heard very good reports on Turkey in the way that they were coping with the pandemic. So yeah, no, it's lovely to hear. So thank you for that feedback.
Yeah. Never did I think that you could get children and adults to go around the pool in a circular pattern, but they were actually following the arrows on the floor. So
brilliant. That's good to hear.
I'd love to see you expand to Gambia. I don't know if you would ever consider that.
I mean, I'll put it forward to the higher, you know, the hierarchy, but I don't think it will be a destination that we would look at. No, it's not something that I've heard in the background or anything. So yeah.
Yeah, and my final question really was, I haven't done my wings training with Jet2, although I do a lot of bookings for Jet2. I wonder whether you could do something like that training on Zoom for a group of explorers that perhaps haven't done the wings training.
Yeah, so we are currently working on a training portal for all our trade partners, which will be very much like the Earn Your Wings training, but the portal will be something where you can go to, come out, and then follow up from where you left off. It has pretty much all been put together. It's just about now sitting it into a web page. I don't really know the IT side of things, I'm afraid, so I'm not very good at all that bit. But yeah, it's definitely in the planning. We are kind of at the finishing touches with it, so we will be able to send that out to you as soon as it is live and running. However, if there is any training that anybody wants, please do voice to Debs, and I would be more than happy to deliver a training to you all in a closed group. That is no issue at all.
Well, I would definitely like that. I would like
fine.
that.
Yeah. If you all give Debs a message, she'll be more than happy. She'll liaise with me and we can get something set up.
Okay.
All
There you go, Debs. You've got another job. Okay, Freya, thanks for your time today. I know how incredibly busy you are at the moment.
No problem at all. I just want to say a massive thank you for having me on board today, guys. It's been lovely to see you all.
Okay, I was trying to keep Debs unmuted, but she's got her hand up, so I will try and unmute her. Just bear with me. Right, Debs.
I don't like not to speak.
You're joking.
No, just a super quick one. We spoke very briefly, didn't we, on Tuesday morning,
Yes,
Freya,
we did,
and you was having some technical issues.
Still on,
So I did. Are you still? Yeah. So I haven't put out to the guys who are watching and the rest of our agents about next Wednesday's training session you've got, because I was waiting. I was going to do it as one big post really with stats. Do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
So yeah, there's actually been some change on that since we spoke on Tuesday. So yeah, basically what I have been working on is a brand new social media training. I've been working alongside Holly, who's our social media expert in-house at Jet2 Holidays, to deliver to work on a new training program for social media and how to promote and things. It is not a training program to teach you to suck eggs, because I know you're all fantastic on Facebook, but it's looking more in depth on how to reach people via social media platforms, but also really homing in on platforms such as Instagram. Instagram is going to be, you know, one of the top social media platforms. It's, you know, gets a lot of interaction from younger people also, but it has got a wide range of age ranges on that platform, and it is one of the biggest growing social media platforms. So there's a great opportunity there for you guys to interact on that with your customers as well. So it is looking more into that kind of thing as well, and to help you guys when posting. Also, we introduced at the beginning of this month a brand new marketing toolkit where all the imagery and writing is all set up for you. So it's literally, you just pick it up and pop it onto your social media platforms, making it really, really easy for you guys, because I know you're all extremely busy as well. So it's going to talk you through how to use that marketing toolkit when it comes through. Also, we've added on there an email database toolkit, so you can just literally pick the imagery up, put it into the body of an email and send out to your databases as well. So really, really quick and easy, quick wins for you. So I did have it scheduled for a home workers dedicated training program, but so many people have expressed that they want to join it, that our Zoom only allows up to 100 people. So what I've decided to do is do it as closed groups for home workers. So for example, we'd have a dedicated Explorer Travel social media training on that. So again, I'll liaise with Debs, get a date sorted, and we'll deliver. I'll personally deliver that training to you all.
Good.
Brilliant. Thank you, Freya, and thank you guys for coming on.
You are more than welcome. And
I'd
just like to say thank you for your continued support. I know it has been extremely stressful and it's been really, really hard, but Debs will send you my number. We are here to help as a trade team and support you as much as possible.
Brilliant. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.